Hello trader, welcome back to Deep Pockets Forex. We'll be giving you our weekly Forex forecast. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification button to get our weekly updates. If you have any questions or any comments, feel free to comment on the comment section. GBP USD. For GBP USD, we've been focusing on this up move. We focused at this corrective structure. We focused at this up move. We focused at this corrective structure. We focused at this up move. So the next move at this point, we're expecting a corrective structure here, then continuation up. That's what structure is showing. It's showing that we're likely to get an up move similar to this, but here. Then later, when the up move is completed, we'll be getting a down move all the way up to this point here. That's what we're saying for GBP USD. We're expecting a sell move. If you manage to buy from here or from here, you can either take profit from this point, or you can just wait for structure to complete. Then you can be looking for a sell setup all the way up to this point. That's what we're expecting for GBP USD, a down move, but only after the structure is completed. USD JPY. For USD JPY from this point, this past 2 weeks we said that we're expecting a down move, then an up move from this point. And you can see we're getting this impulse move. Then this past week from this point, we say that structure is showing that we're going to get a corrective structure here. And that's what we're getting. From this next week, we're expecting one last down move from this point. Then we'll be looking forward for an up move to continue all the way up to this point. That's our bias for USD JPY. That's what structure is showing. This up move, you can be trading it up if you get an entry. If your strategy provides you with a good entry, you can be looking for an entry up all the way up to this point. GBP AUD. For GBP AUD, we've been focused on this up move from this point. We said that we're expecting an up move all the way up to this level here. That's what we said. And then we got this up move all the way up to this point. This past week, we say that we're expecting a corrective structure here. Then when this corrective structure is completed, continuation up. So if you manage to enter from here or from here, just make sure that your stop loss is at break even. Next week, we're expecting continuation up. If you missed this opportunity from here or from here, this is where you can be looking for an entry if your strategy gives you a good entry. This is where you can be buying all the way up to this point. That's for GBP AUD. Our bias is up. Any sell move, we will not be interested in taking it. We're only interested in buy all the way up to this point. GBP CHF. For GBP CHF, this past week we said that we're expecting a down move all the way down to this point. A down move is expected. And we said when we get an entry, we'll be trading this down all the way down to this point. So here, if we get one last up here, it will still be part of the structure to continue down all the way down to this point. So if you miss this entry from here or anywhere from here, this next week, if you get an entry confirmed, you can be looking forward for a down move all the way down to this area here. Later, we'll be looking forward for an up move all the way from here to continue up to break this previous high here. That's what we're expecting for GBP CHF. Our bias right now is down, then later a buy. From here, any continuation up, we will not be taking it because it's not part of our structure. Our structure is only showing that we are likely to get only a sell move here, then an up move here. Euro NZD. Euro NZD. For Euro NZD, we've been focusing on this up move. We say that we're expecting a big up move to reach this point. Then we got this up move all the way up to this point here. That's what we got for Euro NZD. Then this past week, we released an update and we say that we might get a down move like this. So if you are trading this up move, be careful because there's a likely chance to get a down move like this. So this structure here is currently showing that we might get a corrective structure here, then up all the way up to this point. Then that's when this down move will be valid. So if you needed to trade this down move, you can just wait a little longer to get completion of the structure up to this point. This up move here is going to be similar to this movement. It's going to be similar to this. Then from here, we'll be getting a down move to break this previous low and this previous low all the way down to this point. Then we'll be getting an up move. You can be looking forward for an entry from this point down to this point. Then you can be looking forward for a buy all the way up. This up also is expected, it's needed, so we'll wait for it after we get this down move here. That's for Euro NZD. Our bias currently is down, either from here a down move, then we'll be getting an up move from here all the way up to this point. GBP JPY. For GBP JPY, we've been expecting a down move like this. A down move. When we see that from this point, we're likely to get a down move from this point, or we might give one last up to this level, then get a down move. So we say that you should be careful if you want to trade this. You can either wait for this up move, and if it comes, you'll be trading it down. And for us, we say that if we get a down move from this point, we'll be looking for an entry, but we have not got an entry from this point. And how the structure is unfolding showing that we might get this up move all the way up to this point. Then we'll be getting a down move. So we can be waiting for this down move to sell all the way down to this point. We can just wait for this structure to complete, then get a down move here, then trade it down. It will be breaking this previous low and this previous low. That's for GBP JPY. Our bias is down. GBP CAD. For GBP CAD, this structure is showing that we are likely to get a corrective structure here, then a down move. Or this corrective structure can continue dip, then from this point we can be getting a down move. Either way, we're expecting a down move for GBP CAD, a down move all the way down to this point. So if you are looking forward to trading it, we're likely to get a deep pullback, of which you might want to wait for that pullback. Then you can be looking for a sell all the way down to break this previous low here. That's what we're expecting for GBP CAD. Our bias is down. Any continuation up, we will not be taking it. We're only looking for sell setups all the way down to this area. That's for GBP CAD. AUD JPY structure is showing that we're likely to get a down move all the way down. We're likely to get a down move. It's delaying. This structure is delaying, but it's still showing that we're still getting a down move. We're likely to get a down move. So that's what we're expecting for AUD JPY. Any continuation up, we will ignore it. We're only looking forward for an entry down to this point only. Euro AUD. For Euro AUD, we've been talking about an up move. We said that we're expecting an up move from this point. This past week we said that we're expecting a pullback, then up. So if you are not on Euro AUD, then we get this deep pullback. You can be looking forward for an entry all the way up to this point. Our bias is up, like this, up. Any sell setup, we will not be taking it because we're not expecting it. We're only expecting this pullback here up to this point. Then we can be getting an up move. That's our bias. Our bias is up. Any down move, we'll be rejecting it. We're not looking forward to taking it. Only buy setups all the way up to this point. Euro USD. For Euro USD, this past weeks we've been saying that we're expecting to get a down move. We're expecting to get a down move. But what structure is showing now? It's showing that we are likely to get a corrective structure here like this, then continuation up. This up move is likely to break this previous high here. Then that's when this down move will be valid. That's what Euro USD is showing. It's showing that we're likely to get a corrective structure, then up to break previous high, then get a bigger sell. We will be waiting to trade this sell setup when this up move is completed. Right now, this structure is still showing that it's not completed yet. What structure is showing? The way it's unfolding, it's showing that we're likely to get more up than down. Euro GBP. For Euro GBP this next week, we are expecting to get a corrective structure like this, then down. We're expecting to get a corrective structure then down. Euro GBP has also a chance to give an impulse like this, then from here a down move. So if you do not know how to monitor this pair such that you know when it's ready to trade, you can just ignore it. But for now, our bias is down, either from here after this correction is completed, or from here after this up move is completed. We'll be taking this down move all the way down to this point. That's for Euro GBP. NZD CAD. NZD CAD, from this point we said we're expecting a down move. We are expecting a down move. So structure is likely to give a corrective structure here, then continue down. You can be looking forward for a down move after this corrective structure is completed, down all the way up to this point. For this trade, if we continue up, we'll be ignoring it. And what we'll be looking for is only sell setups. Only sell setups to this point. GBP NZD. For GBP NZD, we've been talking about an up move. We see that we're expecting to get an up move like this. And this is what we got. We got this impulse move. So this next week, we're expecting to get a corrective structure here, then up. That's what we're expecting. A corrective structure, then up. So if you want to trade this setup, you can be waiting for a pullback or a corrective structure, then continue up. That's what we're expecting for GBP NZD. Only our bias is up. USD CHF. USD CHF. For USD CHF, this past week we talked about this impulse move up. We see that we're expecting to get an up move like this. Then we got an impulse move up, we got an impulse move down. Then from here we got an up move. So if you're trading this trade, just be careful because we're likely to get an up move like this, then an up move, then down. That's what we're expecting. We're expecting to get an up move, then down, then up, then down.
That's what structure is showing. If you are trading this, just be careful. Then after this down move is completed later, then this up move will be valid. But for now, I like to get one last down, then up. Lastly, we have Euro CHF. For Euro CHF, we are expecting to get a down move like this. A down move here, a down move here to break this previous low. Then get an up move. That's what we're expecting for Euro CHF. Then after this up move is completed, we'll be looking forward for a sell here. For this pair, we will ignore this down move but look for an entry here up to this point, breaking this previous high. Then later we'll be getting a sell from this point here. We'll be looking forward for an entry from this point all the way down. Right now we're expecting a down move, an up move, and a down move, and we'll be trading only this up move and this down move here. That's for Euro CHF.